stories on the sidewalk. Morning rolls across the sidewalk. Bass is warm beneath my feet. Sunlight catches on the windows while the city finds its beat. I stepped out with no appointment, just a jacket and some change. A flower stand was opening on the corner by the train. A man was washing windows to an old soul radio. Two sisters shared an umbrella, though the rain had stopped an hour ago. A barber swept his doorway and nodded when I passed. Someone wrote a hand card over cracks from years gone past. I heard a clean guitar drifting from a second floor. Every step along the pavement made me want to hear some more. Every face has somewhere to go. Every shoe has crossed a mile. Listen long enough and even concrete starts to sing a while. Soul stories on the sidewalk, moving with the street. Soul stories on the sidewalk, rolling underneath my feet. Every corner holds a rhythm, every stranger leaves a line. Soul stories on the sidewalk, your story might cross mine. I stopped outside a record store where boxes lined the wall. An old man held a 45 and smiled at what he saw. He said, I bought this record the summer I turned 21, then placed it on the counter like those years had just begun. A young cashier turned the volume till the bass came through the door. People slowed along the sidewalk, though they'd heard the song before. A woman with a grocery bag started tapping with her shoe. For half a block that little groove made strangers feel brand new. Nobody planned the moment, nobody called a name. One record through an open door made the whole street change. Soul stories on the sidewalk, moving with the street. Soul stories on the sidewalk, rolling underneath my feet. Every doorway holds a rhythm, every heartbeat keeps the time. Soul stories on the sidewalk, your story might cross mine. I used to pass these people like the scenery outside, never wondering what they carried or what lived behind their eyes. Now I hear 1,000 stories in the footsteps passing by, and every ordinary moment has a little soul inside. Soul stories on the sidewalk, hear them coming through. Soul stories on the sidewalk, every day begins anew. From the record in the doorway to the shoes that keep the time. Every life becomes a rhythm when it meets another life. Soul stories on the sidewalk, leave another groove behind. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The old man took his record and disappeared into the crowd. Ooh, yeah. The old man took his record and disappeared into the crowd. The shop kept playing soul music, soft enough to draw me back. I turned toward the next corner, with the bass still in my stride. Another pair of footsteps join the rhythm at my side. Walking with memories. Late sun falls across the pavement. Roads roll softly through the air. I take the road I used to know and find old memories there. The corner store has changed its name. The awning isn't blue. A little tree beside the bank has somehow grown there too. I pass the steps we used to sit on after work on Friday nights. The old cafe is still there under newer window lights. I don't stop to chase the feeling. I just let the sidewalk lead. Every block gives back a picture, then lets it walk with me. I don't need to hold them, I don't need them gone. Some memories keep moving when the years move on. Walking with memories down these old streets, walking with memories, keeping time with me. Some make me smile, some fade quietly. Walking with memories and letting them be. The theater became a bookstore. The record shop is gone, but someone plays a warm rose with the upstairs window on. I hear a piece of something we once danced to in the rain. For half a block I see your face, then lose it once again. A couple passes laughing where we said our last goodbye. I watched them reach the crossing as the evening fills the sky. The street remembers nothing, it simply carries on. Maybe that's why walking here feels easier than before. Walking with memories down these old streets, walking with memories, keeping time with me. Some make me smile, some leave quietly. Walking with memories and letting them be. I used to turn around here, afraid of what I'd find. Tonight I cross the avenue without looking behind. The Rhodes keeps playing somewhere, and I fall into its time. Walking with memories, walking my own way, walking with memories that don't ask me to stay. Every step grows lighter as daylight fades away. The music leaves the window, the streetlights slowly glow. I pass our old cafe and don't need to go inside. 7:20 in the evening. Rain had polished every stone. My shoes struck out a steady rhythm as I walked the block alone. A clean guitar cut softly from a basement down the street. I wasn't going anywhere, I just followed my own feet. The hardware store was closing. A man pulled down the shade. A waitress stacked the chairs outside before the weather changed. Two bicycles passed quickly, their tires whispered through the rain. A woman held a paper bag and hurried for the train. I crossed beneath the railway where the concrete held the sound. Every step came back twice over from the walls and underground. Then another pair of footsteps settled somewhere close behind. They matched me through two corners, keeping almost perfect time. I slowed beside a newsstand. The footsteps slowed there too. I crossed against the signal and heard them follow through. I turned beside a doorway, expecting someone's face, but only empty pavement and rain filled up the space. Step by step, block by block, something kept the rhythm like a second ticking clock. Footsteps on the pavement, coming through the rain. Footsteps on the pavement, calling out again. Every block gets louder, every shadow keeps the beat. Footsteps on the pavement, following the street. I kept moving toward the river, past a row of shuttered bars. A delivery van was idling under yellow parking lamps. The rain became much lighter, but the footsteps stayed behind, never getting any closer, never falling out of time. I passed the old stone library and turned toward Mercer Lane. That's when I saw a figure reflected in the window pane. An older man walked slowly 20 feet behind my back. One hand held a wooden cane that clicked along the cracks. He stopped beneath the awning and called across to me. Son, you dropped your wallet back there a few blocks down. He held it in his left hand, wrapped inside a plastic sleeve. I've been trying hard to catch you, but these knees don't move like they used to. All that time I hurried from a danger in my mind, while an old man crossed 6 city blocks just to return what was mine. Footsteps on the pavement, coming through the rain. Footsteps on the pavement, sound a little change. Every block tells something we don't always understand. Footsteps on the pavement led me to an honest hand. I offered him some money, he pushed it gently back. Just do the same for someone when you find what they have lost. Then his cane touched down behind him as he turned into the rain. For the first time all that evening, I heard kindness in that sound. Footsteps on the pavement, moving through the night. Footsteps on the pavement don't always mean you're in danger. Sometimes what is following is trying to make things right. Footsteps on the pavement, fade beneath the city lights. I stood and heard his rhythm growing softer down the street. I put my wallet in my coat and waited by the wall. His footsteps crossed the next block and I couldn't hear them at all. A bus rolled through the puddles, started walking home again at a slower pace. Living 30 by the corner, one street lamp touched the wall. Hammond drifted from a doorway, soft enough to miss it all. I stopped beneath the awning while a light rain crossed the street. Nothing asked me to stay there, but I stayed to hear the beat. The grocery store was closing, its owner turned aside. A woman locked the flower shop and checked the door twice. Across the road, a small cafe had only one light on. The chairs were upside down inside, the evening crowd was gone. A bicycle leaned by the window with rain along its frame. A newspaper moved in the gutter, then caught against a drain. I had walked that corner often, but never stopped before. Tonight the quiet made me notice what the noise had covered up. A man came from the cafe carrying 2 paper cups. He set one on the windowsill, then quietly looked up. She's late again, he told me, though I hadn't asked a thing. Then checked the empty crossing when the traffic light turned green. Somebody waits, somebody knows how slowly one small minute on a quiet corner goes. Quiet street corner, holding one small light. Quiet street corner, waiting through the night. No crowd around us, no reason to pretend. Quiet street corner, where the long hours been. He told me she worked evenings at the hospital downtown. Every Thursday after midnight, he met her coming home. They drink their coffee standing before the last bus came. 20 years of little Thursdays almost always looked the same. I asked him why he waited when he could meet her at home. He smiled and touched the second cup and said she walks enough alone. A bus passed without stopping, then another taxi turned. The coffee sent up little clouds while one street lamp still burned. At 12:07, headlights slow beside the crossing line. A woman in blue scrubs stepped out and raised one tired hand. He didn't wave a caller, he only held a cup. She crossed beneath the streetlight and took it with a smile. Nothing grand had happened, no one stopped to see. Just 2 people on a corner where they chose each week to be. Quiet street corner, holding one small light. Quiet street corner, keeping something bright. No crowd around them, no words they had to prove. Quiet street corner, keeping time for 2. I thought love needed thunder, something everyone could hear. But sometimes it's a paper cup still warm when you appear. A street light and a Thursday, a place you always know. A quiet pair of footsteps waiting where you go. Quiet street corner, keep that little light. Quiet street corner, hold it through the night. Some stories speak in whispers and still come shining through. Quiet street corner, I heard this one from you. No headline ever found it, but that doesn't make it small. They walked toward the bus stop, sharing coffee as they went. The cafe light went dark behind them, rain softened on the street. I left beneath the awning before the next light changed. The corner became quiet, but it didn't feel the same. Coffee steaming by the window, neon burning red and blue. Bass rolls underneath the counter. Friday night is coming through. I took the stool beside the window, dropped my jacket on the chair. The waitress filled a heavy mug, like she knew why I was there. Outside the taxis crossed the rain, red signs painted every hood. A clean guitar came through the speakers, and the whole room felt that good. 3 night workers took a booth, still laughing from their shift. A driver warmed his hands around a cup he'd barely sipped. Let the rain keep falling, let the traffic roll. Something in this little room is warming up my soul. Coffee and neon, hot and bright. Coffee and neon, all through the night. Bass in the corner, red in the glass. Coffee and neon make the good hours last. A woman at the register put quarters in the box. An old soul record started just before 11 o'clock. The cook leaned through the doorway and tapped his spoon in time. A stranger at the counter started singing one small line. Nobody knew each other, nobody needed names. For 3 minutes in that diner we were riding the same groove. Let that old groove find us, let the night move slow. Sometimes all you really need is somewhere warm to go. Coffee and neon, hot and bright. Coffee and neon, holding back the night. Rhodes by the window, bass beneath the glass. Coffee and neon make the good hours last. One more cup, one more song. Let that pocket roll along. Rain outside, warm inside. Nothing more we need tonight. Coffee and neon, hot and bright. Coffee and neon, keep that feeling right. Guitar keeps talking, Hammond answers back. Coffee and neon keep us on the track. One warm cup, one city night. I left some change beside the mug and stepped into the rain. The neon followed on the pavement while that bass line played again. Rain left mirrors on the sidewalk. Sunset burned inside them gold. Clean guitar came through a window, playing something warm and old. I walked out after the rainstorm, with nowhere I had to run. Every puddle held a building, every window caught the sun. A yellow cab became a ribbon, moving underneath my shoes. A woman crossed behind me, wearing bright red walking shoes. I saw my face between the colors for a second in the street. Then a bicycle rode over it and broke it underneath. Everything keeps changing, every picture moves along. Maybe that's what makes a moment stay inside us when it's gone. Reflections on the sidewalk, shining at my feet. Reflections on the sidewalk, moving with the street. Some stay for a second, some disappear from sight. Reflections on the sidewalk, catch a little piece of life. I passed the corner laundromat where steam covered the glass. A father held his daughter's hand and waited for cars to pass. A delivery rider stopped to tighten up his chain, then laughed when one loose on and dropped another sheet of rain. The clouds began to open, blue appeared between the gray. Every puddle changed its picture as the evening slipped away. Nothing keeps one shapy, nothing holds one view. The street keeps making pictures, then replaces them with new reflections on the sidewalk, shining at my feet. Reflections on the sidewalk, keeping city time with me. Faces come and vanish, colors cross the light. Reflections on the sidewalk, turn the ordinary bright. Oh, I used to want a photograph to prove where I had been. Now I like these little pictures I may never see again. A passing face, a changing sky, a moment moving by. Reflections on the sidewalk, shining while they can. Reflections on the sidewalk, never need a plan. Every passing picture leaves something in my mind. Reflections on the sidewalk, don't have to stay to shine. The last puddle caught the sunset, then a bus rolled through the glow. I kept walking down the sidewalk and let the picture go. 12:45 on Friday, the station gates came down. I heard the final train departing underneath the sleeping town. Bass rolled deep from a basement bar, 2 blocks across the street. I put my collar to the wind started home on foot. The avenue was nearly empty. Most of the signs were dark. A cleaner pushed a yellow car beside the little park. I checked the bus stop schedule. The final bus had gone. 9 miles stood between my shoes and where I called my home. I laughed about my bad luck and started heading west, past shuttered stores and loading bays, where daytime traffic rests. At Franklin Street, a woman stood beneath the pharmacy sign. She looked down at her dead phone, then up at mine. Do you know if buses run along the river after 1? I showed her what the schedule said and told her there were none. She sighed and pointed westward. My apartment's that way too. So two strangers with no ride did what we had to do. 1 block, then another, nothing much to say. 2 sets of late night footsteps started down the same way. Late night footsteps down an empty road. Late night footsteps making miles feel slow. You walk a little farther when somebody shares the street. Late night footsteps keeping tired time with me. Her name was Lena from the bakery 3 streets beyond the square. She'd covered someone's closing shift and left a charger there. I told her I repaired old elevators in buildings downtown. She laughed and said that explained the grease marks on my hands. We passed a 24-hour market and bought 2 bottles cold. The clerk was watching baseball with the volume turned down low. Outside we sat 5 minutes on a bench beside the road, then heard a distant engine climbing slowly up the slope. A blue sedan stopped beside us. Its hazard lights came on. The driver rolled her window down and Lena called, "Hey, Mom." Her mother had grown worried when every call went dead. She'd driven half the neighborhood looking everywhere instead. Lena opened up the back door, then turned and looked at me. "Get in, you're walking westward, we'll take you where you need." Sometimes help arrives without a grand design, just headlights on a quiet road. At nearly 2:09, late night footsteps down an empty road. Late night footsteps carried half the load. 2 strangers walked together till headlights found the street. Late night footsteps still keeping time with me. I almost said I'm fine here, like I usually would, then looked at all the miles ahead and figured kindness sounded good. The bass from that basement bar was long behind us now. I climbed into the backseat and finally sat down. Late night footsteps, I can hear them yet. Late night footsteps from the night we met. No promise for tomorrow, no reason to pretend. Sometimes sharing half the road is more than enough, my friend. Late night footsteps fading underneath the wheels. Her mother dropped me at my building at 2:23. I thanked them through the open door and watched them leave the street. My shoes were wet and heavy, my legs were tired and sore. I heard their engine disappear, then walked 10 steps to my door. Waiting at the crosswalk, red light over the avenue, Hammond humming warm and low, coffee cooling in my right hand, 3 more seconds left to go. I left the corner coffee shop with morning coming through. The sidewalks filled with office shoes and delivery crews. A cyclist stopped beside me, a taxi eased ahead. A woman checked her wristwatch while the signal stayed on red. Across the street a bakery was lifting up its shade. Warm bread met the city air as sunlight crossed the lane. Everybody's going somewhere, everybody's keeping time. But for one little red light, this whole city waits in line. Waiting at the crosswalk, red light, hold on. Waiting at the crosswalk, morning moving on. 1 beat, 2 beats, city keeping time. Waiting at the crosswalk, then we cross the line. A schoolboy bounced a basketball against his father's shoe. A woman with a flower cart pulled up beside us too. Someone laughed behind me when a pigeon stole some bread. The cyclist rang his little bell, though we were still on red. For half a minute strangers shared the same small piece of ground. No one knew each other's names, but everybody heard the sound. Engines keep on humming, shoes are ready to go. Funny how a city pauses when one little signal says no. Waiting at the crosswalk, red light, hold on. Waiting at the crosswalk, feel that morning song. 1 beat, 2 beats, everybody in time. Waiting at the crosswalk, then we cross the line. Red, wait, green, go. Bass rolls underneath us, and the whole block starts to flow. Waiting at the crosswalk, now the light turns green. Waiting at the crosswalk, moving with the street. 1 step, 2 steps, everybody finds the beat. Waiting at the crosswalk, for 1 beat we share the time. I cross with my coffee while the Hammond faded low. Behind me another red light, and another crowd stood still. One last conversation. 10:40 by the diner window. Rain was running down the glass. Roads moved low beneath the talking, while the evening traffic passed. You were sitting by the coffee with your hands around the cup. I knew before you said it, why you'd asked me to show up. We hadn't met since early summer. Almost 7 months had gone. Your hair was slightly shorter, mine had gotten slightly long. The waitress knew your order, you still took your coffee black. I almost made a joke about it, but I quietly held it back. Outside a bus stop at the corner, then pulled into the rain. You asked me how my brother was, I asked about your place. We talked around the reason, like strangers learning names, while the old wall clock above us counted every word we saved. Then you reached inside your coat and placed the key beside my hand, the little brass one from the apartment where we'd once made all our plans. I found it in a kitchen drawer when I moved the final box. Neither one of us touched it while we listened to the clock. Some words arrive too early, some come years too late. Some sit between two coffee cups and quietly make us wait. One last conversation before we let it go. One last conversation about the things we know. No need for perfect answers, no need to make it right. One last conversation before we leave tonight. You told me about the new job on the north side of the town. I said I'd finally sold the car that always broke us down. You laughed the way you used to, then covered up your smile. For one familiar second, the years disappeared a while. I asked if you were happy. You looked out through the rain. You said most days are quieter, and quiet isn't the same. I understood the difference, but didn't ask for more. The waitress filled our cups again, then turned toward the door. Your phone lit up beside you, the driver's name appeared. You looked at it, then looked at me, and said, he's almost here. I pushed the little brass key slowly back across the table. You closed your fingers around it, but left it by your plate. Not every ending closes, not every answer comes. Sometimes two people say enough, then leave the rest undone. One last conversation before we let it go. One last conversation, less than we should know. No need for old apologies, no promise to rewrite. One last conversation before we leave tonight. If you remember that Sunday by the lake, you almost said something yourself and by inside. Your headlights reached the window. You stood and pulled your coat. The little key stayed on the table beside the coffee you had left. I watched the door close softly, but never watched you drive. The waitress cleared the other cup. The key stayed where it was. 11 empty streets, still alive. 3:10 in the morning, Main Street looked asleep. Hammond Organ behind the windows, bass moved somewhere underneath. No headlights at the crossing, no voices by the bars, but a bakery light was burning underneath the fading stars. I came out from the late shift with my collar turned up high. The traffic lights kept changing for nobody passing by. A newspaper truck was waiting with its engine running low. A man unlocked the bakery and switched the ovens on. Steam climbed from a basement grate and drifted past my shoes. A cleaner washed the doorway beneath a strip of blue. From somewhere down an alley, I heard about a road. The street looked almost empty, but it carried its own soul. At the corner by the market, a delivery truck pulled in. The driver raised the back door and the whole block changed again. Crates came down on metal wheels, a radio played inside. Two workers joked about the cold while stacking boxes high. Nothing here is sleeping, nothing really stops. Life keeps moving quietly behind the doors and locks. Empty streets, still alive. Moving underneath. Empty streets, still alive. Keeping their own beat. No crowd on the corner, no rush beneath the sign. Empty streets, still alive. Working through the night, I crossed beneath the old hotel where one room had a light. A nurse came from the side door at the ending of the night. She bought a rolling coffee from the bakery by the square, then sat beside the window with the morning almost there. A street sweeper turned slowly and brushed the gutter clean. The first train shook the pavement, though the platform couldn't be seen. A florist raised a steel door and carried buckets through. Pink carnations, yellow roses against the early blue. Then every traffic signal changed together down the street. A city bus came round the corner with the sunrise at its feet. The driver stopped beside me, though I hadn't raised my hand. First one west, he called out, "You're getting on, my friend." I looked back down the avenue at everything I'd seen. The street was never empty, it was changing in between. Empty streets, still alive. Moving underneath. Empty streets, still alive. Finding morning's beat, doors begin to open, windows catch the light. Empty streets, still alive. Coming through the night, bass kept walking, Hammond breathed. Brushes moved along the street. One by one, the shutters just another changing shift. I stepped aboard the first bus and took the window seat. The bakery disappeared behind me as we rode along the street. A florist swept her doorway. The hotel sign went dark. I watched the city change its clothes while daylight crossed the park. 6:20 in the evening, clouds were hanging low. Soft wire drifted from a doorway on a street I used to know. I hadn't planned on coming here, I simply missed my train. So I took the older sidewalk just before it started raining. The pharmacy was still there with a different name in blue. The little tailor by the station had become a takeout room. A tree we planted near the schoolyard reached above the second floor. Someone painted over our initials on the old apartment door. I slowed beside the alley where we used to park your car. The garage had turned to offices, but the bricks were still the same. I thought the years had covered every piece of what we'd been. Then one familiar window pulled the whole old picture in. A handwritten sign was hanging in the bookstore by the square. Closing Sunday, everything must go, was printed crooked there. That was where you bought the notebook you carried everywhere. I stood outside for half a minute, then pushed the doorway there. Yesterday can find you without calling out your name. One doorway and one old street can bring it back again. Walking through yesterday, one block at a time. Walking through yesterday, between your world and mine. Some doors have disappeared, some shadows still remain. Walking through yesterday, but nothing stays the same. The owner sat behind the counter, older than I recall. He didn't recognize my face, but I remembered every wall. I found the shelf of notebooks near the register and back. Same brown cover, same red binding, still arranged upon the rack. My hand reached toward the last one, then stopped above the shelf. For years I'd blamed that little book for things I never told myself. You wrote your plans inside it, cities you wanted to see. I called them passing day dreams, you called them reasons to leave. The owner wrapped the notebook. Before I changed my mind, I paid and stepped outside again. With rain across the signs, at the corner stood a mailbox, the same old faded blue. I almost wrote your name inside, like I had something left to prove. But memory isn't postage, and the past needs no reply. Some words belong to who we were, not who we are tonight. Walking through yesterday, one block at a time. Walking through yesterday, leaving some behind. Some doors have disappeared, some memories still remain. Walking through yesterday and seeing them again. I opened up the notebook underneath the station light. The first clean page was waiting blank and quiet in the night. I could have filled it with your name or everything we missed. Instead I wrote tomorrow's date at the top of the first page. Walking through yesterday, but facing where I stand. Walking through yesterday, with tomorrow in my hand. I don't need to lose the memories, I don't need them all explained. Walking through yesterday doesn't mean I have to stay. One blank page beneath the streetlight, was enough for me tonight. The next train reached the platform. I put the notebook in my coat. Rain ran down the station window as the old neighborhood blurred. I didn't turn to watch it disappear behind the train. The first page held tomorrow, the rest was still unchanged.
Yeah. 13 memories in concrete. Bass rolled out across the block. Sunlight hit the avenue. Old names faded on the concrete. Still I knew what they once meant. I walked beside the basketball court where we spent those summer days. The fence was painted silver now, the benches rearranged. A grocery store had taken the old repair shop's place, but underneath the fire escape I recognize the space. We carved our names beside the steps when we were 17. Time had worn the letters down, but traces could be seen. Buildings change around us, years rewrite the street. Still a little piece remains underneath our feet. Memories in concrete, written in the ground. Memories in concrete, still hanging around. Rain can wash the sidewalk, years can change the scene. Memories in concrete leave a mark between. A group of kids came running with the basketball in hand. One missed a shot beside me, and I rolled it back again. He thanked me without stopping, then raced across the court. I watched him take the places that once belonged to us. No sadness held the moment, no reason to complain. The block was doing what it does, making room again. Ooh, nothing stays forever, nothing has to stay. Every generation leaves a little mark along the way. Memories in concrete, written in the ground. Memories in concrete, under every sound. New shoes cross the sidewalk, new voices fill the scene. Memories in concrete, living in between. Bass keeps moving, years move too. Old streets, something new. One faded name, one bouncing ball. There's enough room here for us all. basketball hit pavement. As I turned onto the street, my name stayed by the old steps under somebody else's feet. Rode around the corner on a warm September night. Someone played behind a doorway just beyond the traffic light. I had finished dinner early and was walking home alone, past the market and the barber, past a shop that sold old phones. Then a bass line crossed the sidewalk, soft but steady through the air. I stopped beside a newspaper box and tried to place it there. A clean guitar answered slowly from somewhere down the block. So I followed where the rhythm went, past 7 on the clock. I wasn't looking for a song, I wasn't looking for a place, but something in that little groove put a smile across my face. Melody around the corner, calling me tonight. Melody around the corner, pulling me toward the light. One turn, one groove, something good to find. Melody around the corner, running through my mind. Behind a little record store, 3 musicians had set up, a drummer with a worn-out snare, a bass beside a cup. The guitar player nodded when he saw me standing near. A woman from the grocery stopped with bags beside her feet. 2 workers from the restaurant came outside to hear the beat. Nobody planned a concert, nobody sold a seat. Sometimes music finds you before you know it's there. One little turn around the block can change the evening air. Melody around the corner, calling through the night. Melody around the corner, keeping time just right. One turn, one groove, everybody finds. Melody around the corner, running through our minds. Road said stay, bass said move, guitar found another groove. Hammond Rose, the drummer smiled. We stayed there for a little while. Melody around the corner, When the store began to close, the melody stayed behind me, and I walked home with the groove. For 12 in the morning, the avenue it turned blue. Clean guitar from an upstairs room drifted softly through the air. I pulled my jacket closer and checked the time once more. If I kept walking eastward, I'd be home before the dawn. The bars had closed behind me, their neon signs went black. A worker stacked the sidewalk chairs and carried bottles back. The corner store was glowing like an island in the street. A driver bought a paper cup and stretched his tired feet. I passed beneath the overpass where every step rang twice. A train moved somewhere underground beneath the waking streets. My phone showed 3 missed messages from earlier that night, but nothing needed answering at 4 beneath those lights. Near the 24-hour market, I heard somebody call. An older man stood by a bicycle with one loose wheel against the wall. His chain had slipped completely and jammed beneath the frame. I turned the bike upside down while he held a little lamb. 5 minutes with my dirty hands was all the problem took. He spun the wheel and laughed, then gave the chain a look. Some nights don't need a reason, some roads don't need a plan. You keep moving toward the morning, doing whatever you can. Home before dawn, before the sky turns gold. Home before dawn, while the night is growing old. One road keeps on turning, one heartbeat carries on. I'm taking these last few blocks home before dawn. He rode away toward Riverside. I crossed the empty square. The bakery had started sending warm bread through the air. A woman swept a flower shop with headphones in her ears. A first shift cook unlocked the door I'd walked past all these years. The eastern window slowly changed from charcoal into gray. Streetlights still were burning, but their work was almost done. I thought about the hours that disappear before the sun. Not every night needs answers. Sometimes morning simply comes at the final intersection. My phone began to ring. My sister's name lit up the screen at 4:57. You still awake? she asked me. I laughed and said, almost home. She said, Mom left the hallway light, so don't come in too loud. We talked for half a block about nothing much at all. Then she said, get home safe, before she ended the call. No grand revelation, no lesson left to learn, just one familiar window waiting past the final turn. Home before dawn, before the sky turns gold. Home before dawn, with one more story told. Streetlights fading slowly, night keeps moving on, just a couple blocks between me and home before dawn. Drums fell back behind me, bass walked low and slow. Guitar held one clean chord as the eastern skyline glowed. I turned on to my own street and saw the hallway light, one small square of amber still waiting through the night. Home before dawn, now the sky is turning blue. Home before dawn, with the night still on my shoes. No need to chase the sunrise, no need to make it mine. Every road can end in quiet, every night can take its time. Home before dawn, one last step beneath the light. I opened up the front door and left my shoes beside the wall. The hallway lamp was burning, soft and yellow down the hall. Outside, the first bird started somewhere beyond the glass. I turned the little light off as the night became the past.